Well, hello, 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 Aries. Whew. Let's get started. Oh, give me a second here. It's been a crazy, crazy morning. I've been up since 4:30. I don't know about you guys, but I took a couple of days off. I took the 24th and 25th off. I think I did some dailies for you guys, just so you'd have them. So anyway, for the Aries, this is actually for the 28th through the 3rd of January. I'm a little bit behind, but that's okay because I like getting close to the energies. I like getting close to the days because then that means the energies are really on top of it. Plus, we have a full moon coming in the 29th. So you'll hit the 28th and those energies will be changing with that full moon. So we'll see how it goes here. I got a new oracle. My daughter got me a new oracle this Christmas. So I'm going to give them a try. They're a little sticky, so they're brand new, but they're really, really cool. They're from the same artist that I had from the map, but I love my maps. So we'll see how these go. There's good energies in them. Good energies in them. So any new news? Let's see. Any new news? 29th is a live. We're doing a live for the full moon. And I'm going to do a New Year's energy, but I probably will pop on New Year's Day to do the New Year's Day energy right on that day. But there's a live interactive that you can come on the 29th at noon. And that's going to be about the full moon and some of the new energies coming up. So not really exciting, not something big like the Grand Conjunction. So, but you're very welcome to do that. The only other news I have, I think, is my girlfriend talked me into, and I don't know about it. You guys are so much younger than I am, into doing TikTok. These little 1 minutes, because I do my 1 minute dailies here, right? If you see down below, I do the dailies 1 minute. And she was like, some people like TikTok. Try it on TikTok. And I'm like, okay. So if you want to find me on TikTok, I guess I'm on TikTok. I don't know if I'm going to do every day there, though. I'm going to do every day here. So if you haven't subscribed and you want to get the dailies, they are 1 minute every day, Monday through Saturday. I didn't do today's because, like I said, I took 2 days off. So they'll start back up again on Monday. So subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be notified when those are on. All right. So Aries, let's get going. This is for the 28th through January 3rd. Oh my gosh, we're going into the new year. I cannot believe it. Wow. I'm sort of happy, but sort of like mixed emotions because although it's been sort of a bad year, it's been a good year spiritually. I have grown enormously spiritually, emotionally, and closer to the divine than I have ever been. It's amazing. I love it. I love him. I love the divine. Now, I say him, but he's energy. He's matter. So it could be you believe in the universe or whatever it is you believe in. That's fine. I just call him him. I like guys, so I call him him. All right, let's go. See where we got these energies. So I'm going to do it a little differently today. I'm going to be pulling 3 different energies, one for the current energy, one for the New Year energy, and one for the full moon. So I'm going to do current, full moon, and then the New Year. All right, so let's see where we're going to go with that. Boy, these are sticky. I'm going to have to do some little baby powder or something. They are sticky. Okay, so we have the current energy is all about perception. Boy, isn't that the key. This is huge. If you have watched me, you hear me talk about perception a lot because it's very different. Second card is the cat, independence and healthy boundaries. Now, this is for the full moon. So this is actually energies that will be sort of all encompassed. They're all going to go together because remember, when we have a full moon or a new moon a few days before, those energies are already coming in. And a few days after, those energies are already going to be there. So these all should sort of meld together. And then we have communication. I keep talking about communication, communication, communication. So these 3 energies, huge, 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 huge. So let's see, which deck do I want to resonate with first. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards for each one of these for the week of 28th through the 3rd, and this will be for the current energies for this week, and for perception. What is this perception is about? I could talk about perception, and I have talked about perception on several videos from Get Balanced 2020. But the thing is, with perception, we have to know that it's our own, and that the other person's perception may not be the same as yours. And even if it was the same as yours, they're 2 different journeys. So they're never, ever the same. So you're like, oh yeah, but we think alike. But you're not on the same journeys. So their perception may shift and change at some point in time. But the thing is that everybody's on a different journey. So each person's perception. Now, some people, with the energies coming up, you might be bucking somebody else's perception. It's like, nah, you're wrong. You're wrong. Because these are the energies not only from the grand conjunction, but energies that are shifting and changing with the planets and all this kind of stuff. And this is also the times that we're switching into Aquarius. We're going from Capricorn to Aquarius. And it's not the age of Aquarius. It's just we're moving into Aquarius. So, astronomers are getting really irritated saying that everybody's like, this is the age of the Aquarius. It is not. It's not the age of Aquarius. So this is just a time we're shifting into Aquarius. So this is really, really important to know what your perspective is for your future, your journey, your destiny, and your purpose. So destiny is very different than purpose. Destiny is about the path to get to your purpose. So that would be your perception of what you need to do. We have the first card out as the Queen of Pentacles. Again, this is about your career path, where you want to go, what your perception is for your career path, or whatever you want to do to make money is your path. You know, there's no right or wrong. Well, depends on how you want to get your money. If it's at someone's expense, then it is not a healthy way to get money. If it is something that you're doing productive for yourself and it's not harming anybody or hurting anybody, then this is a good way of, again, making money. However, I'm me, you are you, and that is my perception. Your perception might be completely different. But what it is about this first week of the new year is about thinking about your goals and setting your goals for your money. How do you want to do that? There is going to have to be some creative way of doing it. And there might be, because the cat is the second card out, that it may have something to do with health related, or there is going to be something health related. You know, everybody wants to do the New Year's resolutions kind of thing we talk about. But the thing is, it's not only healthy physically, it also has to be a healthy mindset. So when we have a healthy mindset, then we can have a healthy heart, healthy spirit, healthy body. So, and the reason why I know that is because that's where my degrees are. So, and I've been there. I've walked it, where I was 215 pounds. And in a year, I was at 136 on a bodybuilding stage in one of those little tiny posing suits. And the thing is, what I thought at that time was all about healthy body. But what I learned through the years after getting my nutrition and fitness degree and stuff like that, that it is not anything to do about your body. It's about your mindset, where it is, and what you perceive things to be. And sometimes we get them distorted. And so those kind of things that we have to change in order for you, and then all of a sudden your body will change, because your mindset and we tell her, well, we're fat, we're ugly, oh, I'm not smart, oh, people tell me, I could lose weight, and we tell ourselves all these things that are not healthy, and we actually become our unhealthy boundaries. We actually do it to ourselves. We're our own saboteur most of the time. And then we allow people to sabotage us by not standing up for what we believe in. See, I look at fat totally different than most people. Everybody's like, well, yeah, you're fat. Oh, don't say that. No, I've studied Fat is important to our bodies, but the thing is, when we have too much of it, why is it? You know, so I look at it totally different from a coaching aspect, from a fitness aspect, from a teaching aspect, from helping and healing aspect. So I look at it very different. So if you call me fat, yep, I'm fat. And if you talk to me, to a medical person, they'll say you're obese. Now, the first time somebody called me obese, I cried and cried and cried. But what I find out is obesity is 25% over that little standard that they have from many, many, many years ago that should be thrown out the window. So, you know, yeah, I'm obese because I'm 25% over what your little standard is. But I'm healthy. You know why I'm healthy? Because I take care of my body. But I do need to lose a few pounds. Anyway, let's get going. So we have also the second card out is the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is about movement. It's about flowing. But it's sort of going fast. It is. This end of this year is coming fast. So this is something to really be thinking about. These are things, and your independence. There's somebody that is really growing really independent right now. Somebody's learning how to be also independent again. I don't know who that's for. And they're having to figure out their money situation. They're having to work into their money situation, a new way of bringing money. But there might be even travel for somebody in this. And it might be travel in your job, maybe something new in your job or another level. I'm not sure what that is for somebody here. All right. Woo, too many cards. But that's okay. I got two turned up. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands, and then we have the Empress. So the Empress is about taking care of yourself again. The Empress is about nurturing, taking care of yourself. And the Empress is more about nurturing. This is more of an emotional thing. And it looks like because we have two cards, there is some communication coming up, and we know that this is coming up. Remember, this is the new year energy, that there is something coming up where you're really going to have to communicate and stand your ground and actually stand up for what you believe in. So, you know, if somebody's being toxic, then you need to say, hey, don't do that. Again, remember, this is about setting healthy boundaries for the new year. This is about setting healthy boundaries for this upcoming new year. And maybe this is a whole year process for you. Trust me, when I do my Get Balanced 2020 coaching, this is baby steps. This is baby steps, especially if you've been in addiction or anything like that. Now, I've worked in addiction before, but making boundaries and making those little baby steps is really, really important. So this is what's going on here. We've got communication for this first year. Now, the communication could be either coming to you or going. So I'm not quite sure who that is. We'll find out here in a second. But there is something coming in fast, and it's like it's almost attacking you, but you've got the skills to maybe be able to stand up. And if you don't have the skills, this is the year that you'll be getting those skills. This is great. This is a beautiful energy, because what that's doing is making you stronger, and because you're starting to take care of yourself. Somebody's not taking care of themselves. So this is a time where you have to nurture yourself, or maybe that you're nurturing somebody to become stronger, to set their boundaries. Maybe you're being the person that's actually saying you need to go set your boundaries. Or if you're in a relationship and you're needing to break out of that relationship, this could also mean you're breaking and getting your independence, which would be right on track with the Queen of Pentacles, because now you're going to be a sole provider for yourself again. This could be somebody who's, either gone through a divorce, stepping out from parents to being, a student, or being out and working on their own. Scary. This is really scary. So this is a lot of courage. This is a lot, and you are going to need to communicate with people what you need, what you want, how you do it. Just remember, thank you. So I'm being reminded that when you are talking this week with whomever it is that you will be talking to, because it's coming fast, something's coming at you fast. Remember, this is your perception. So if you start getting heated and start lifting yourself, and you're getting like, you know what, this person is driving me up a wall, and that's what this is about. Because it's like, they just don't get it. Do they realize how ignorant they are? Or do they realize that, what they sound like? That's where this is coming in. However, you need to step back because, again, it's your perception versus their perception. And you have to be mindful that maybe just for a second, ask them. So why do you think that way? What is it that makes you think that way? Because maybe they have a reason that you don't even know. It's like I do things, or I used to do things not the best way, because, back when I was a child, I was sexually abused. So my thinking was twisted. So if I would do something, people were like, why would you do that? Because back in that time, in that little mind frame that I had, it was twisted and it was broken. So even though I thought I was doing something right, to somebody else, it wasn't. So those are things to sort of look at. That's just an example, because we're all broken to a certain point. We're all broken to a certain point. It's just trying to figure out this journey that we're supposed to be going through, right? So communication is going to be the key towards the end of the week and the next week. So after the 3rd, communication is going to be really huge. Communication, like when I teach Get Balanced 2020, communication is key. Trust and communication is key. Trust comes from truth. So those are the 2 things that I teach first. If you can be trusted, then you can communicate articulately what you need, what you want, what you desire, you're going to have an easier path in life. All right, let's see what else we've got going here. Somebody's really going to be setting some good goals of new ways of doing things. And this here, being into fitness and nutrition for many years, and that's where my book comes from back there, is that you really don't want to don't set yourself up for a resolution. Please don't. Set yourself up for a goal, because a goal can be obtainable step by step. Resolutions are set up for you to fail, because a lot of people make resolutions that are not realistic. They're just not. And if they do, we're human. If you're not used to them, and if you don't have a trainer, especially if you're wanting to lose weight, or if you want to quit smoking, or if you want to quit drinking, you have to have a support system there. You have to have somebody there. And if you haven't done that and you're setting yourself up to do that, get yourself a support system, or make a different goal, or give yourself landmarks of what you're going to do each week, each month, and just take it one day at a time. Or you set yourself up, because you can manifest it. You can manifest whatever you're wanting to do. This is huge. This is huge. This is huge. My daughter just caught that this morning. She goes, God, I manifested it. And I'm like, you can. But you also have to have that mindset and strength and courage to be able to go through that. And that's what I teach in Get Balanced 2020. Anyway, so let's see what else we got going. So you're going to be manifesting. Here is the thing, though. Remember to manifest and nurture yourself at the same time. So when you're nurturing yourself, are you nurturing yourself? And what I mean by that, are you taking care of yourself? Are you getting rest? Are you going to take some deep breaths out in nature, or whatever it is? Are you listening to some music with your headphones on? Whatever it is to bring your vibrations up, that is nurturing yourself. When you sleep, are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting enough rest? Are you eating good, clean foods? Or are you putting a lot of junk in your body? And that will hold you down. That'll hold your vibrations down. That'll hold everything down. So these are the healthy boundaries that you're going to be making. I'm really excited for whoever this is for the New Year's. And somebody's making some healthy boundaries around communication. Somebody says, I want to be understood better. I don't know who this is for, but I want to be understood better in my marriage or in my relationship. We're going through troubles, and we're just not hearing each other. We're not listening to each other. Yeah, very heavy. Very, very heavy. I don't know who that's for, but it doesn't even have to be a marriage. It could be a dating thing. It could be something. Somebody's missing the boat on the communication. It's like they're not understanding each other. And men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Completely different thinking, completely different way of doing that. If you're dating, then definitely, you know, that is a different thing. And dating now, because I'm single and in dating, but the thing is, dating now is very, very different than dating from before. So you really have to have that communication. Texting is the worst kind of communication between two people ever when you're trying to build a relationship. Even when I teach Get Balance 2020, I tell them, you know, if you're going to communicate via texting, something that you cannot see the person or whatever, it should be just, hey, I'm stopping at the store. Do you need anything? Hey, I hope you're having a good day. You know, hey, blah, blah, blah. But it shouldn't be, I need to talk to you. We need to talk about this. No, that is the worst way to communicate ever. And this is why communication is a really, really good thing for the new year. Hi, welcome, welcome. So this is also too, we have a burden there. There is a burden. There is a big burden. There is somebody who is having trouble with this communication process. And there is some trouble being not heard. Thank you. So they're saying, talk about active listening. Active listening is a skill that just basically understanding that you're actually fully present in the communication of back and forth, not being sitting there on your phone. I'm just talking on my phone while somebody else is talking. I'm just going to sit here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's not active listening. That is not active listening. It's paying attention to each other, eye-to-eye contact, making sure that, did I understand you right when you said that you went out with John last night, but then somebody told you went out with Susie? That's active listening. That kind of a thing. So it's repeating what you've heard, that kind of a thing as well. Woohoo! And oh, wow. So we've got a double Queen of Pentacles here. So this is something, whose ever perception and setting healthy boundaries. This is a lot to do with also not only your career. Thank you. So they're saying somebody's got to get more healthy boundaries on their spending. I don't know who that's for. So somebody actually loves to spend and they like to spend above their budget, above their income. So I don't know who that's for, but this is, again, setting another healthy boundary. So even though somebody might be actually making money and it's like, well, yeah, but I'm making good money now and I should be able, there's things that we want to be prepared for and not overspend that we don't have, say, an emergency fund. And again, I don't want to get into life coaching, but your finances, which majority of the people right now can't because of the pandemic and losing jobs and things like that. But your finances, you should have 3 months worth of whatever your house and your bills together are 3 months worth. So your rent for 3 months, your bills for 3 months in an emergency fund. That is building healthy boundaries. And you're like, yeah, Pat, right. I don't even have a job. Yeah, me neither. But the thing is, whatever I have, I make sure that I take a percentage of that and put that away. Because, you know, I have side businesses. I do leather work. So I take a percentage of my leather work and I take a percentage of my travel agency and I put that away for my rent. And then I take the rest away. A lot of people don't do that. No, finances were not taught in school, and I don't know why they weren't. So this is for somebody building healthy boundaries in their finances, because it's been HE double toothpicks, you know. And like I said in the Grand Conjunction video that I did, is that things that weren't working before are not going to work for the future. So yeah, if you've been doing everything and it ain't working, time to change. It's got to change. It's got to change. And if you're not, because you have to manifest it in a different way. That we've got to manifest it in a completely different way. All right. All right, so let's go on to the next week. Oh wow, yeah. The next week, or the energies for the after the first, we're going to do that, and that starts out with intuition. Remember, we're talking about communication. Ooh, okay. I don't know who's sick or whatever. I have just gotten an enormous wave of nausea. So, so with the intuition and the communication, the divine had said, okay, look at the Empress. Somebody might be a little pregnant out there. Morning sickness. I'm not. I can't be. But this nausea is probably for somebody, for maybe morning sickness, because they asked me to look at the Empress. Empress is about fertility as well. So somebody might be either in the process of getting pregnant, is pregnant, or it's like, I wonder if I'm pregnant. One of those. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Thank you. Oh, what a beautiful word. What a beautiful thought. So what they're saying is, I'm trying to communicate through intuition. That is my communication to you. So what the divine means by that is that is sort of like the end all. If you're listening to it, if you're paying attention to it, that is how the divine and whoever's on the other side for you, I don't know who that is for you, is trying to get in contact with you. That with some people say that, well, that's prayer. Some people say it's meditation. Some people say it's a gut instinct. But this is the number one thing for after the first of the year. So like say from the first for that week, really beginning to learn again. This is part of a healthy boundary, because when you look at healthy boundaries, everybody thinks, okay, your mind. Okay, yeah, I need to work on a better mindset. Oh yeah, I need to work on my body. Yeah, I do need to do that. But also the spirit also needs to be worked on. And that's our intuition. That's our connection. That's our GPS. That is how we connect and grow. That's how we know our destiny steps, to connect the dot, to know what our purpose is. So everybody's like, well, I don't know what my destiny is. I don't know what my purpose is. Well, the reason why is you're not paying attention to the dots, the story. If I were to sit with you, I probably could tell you your whole destiny, where it's heading, just by the dots that it's connecting in your journey and in your life. I'm intuitive. I don't need cards to do it, but it's very helpful. And also too, the divine gives me symbols, because sometimes when other spirits come through, or whoever has come through, they don't speak English. They speak in symbols. So that's why I say when I'm looking at a card, they're having me look at this card, and sometimes they'll say, well, look at the circle. And then they'll give me a reason why I'm looking at that circle. A lot of things go into play. That's my intuition. If I don't listen to that, I wouldn't be intuitive, and I wouldn't be catching all these things. And maybe that's why I'm single, because nobody can lie to me. I'm an empath. Nobody can lie to me. Welcome, welcome, creative intelligence. Woohoo! I like that. I really, really like that. So again, the first, after the first, be sure to begin to teach yourself to pay attention to your intuition. Again, that's a healthy boundary for spirit. That's a healthy boundary to be listening to spirit. And, that's, again, you may listen and you may hear it, but do you follow it? And what I mean by that is, or do you buck it and go the other way? I did that for many, many years, because when I got my abilities of hearing, I was like, I don't believe that. I don't hear that. That's just me talking to myself in my head. And I'm like, I'm going crazy, being nuts or whatever. The thing is that no, because if you don't, that voice gets louder and louder and louder. And especially if you hear something or see something, or something happens like 3 times, that's the divine saying, hey, I'm trying to get your attention, dude. Hello, knocking. Kind of a thing. So that's one thing that you really want to pay attention to after the first year, or first of the year. If you want to grow your intuition, there's ways of doing that. And I can always help you with that, coaching. But if you ever have any comments, or if you have any feedback, or you ever want me to teach you or learn about something, please don't hesitate to comment. Don't hesitate to send me an email saying, hey, could you talk more about this? Or could you share more about this? And I'm like, yeah. I can. I can. Email me or go to my website or whatever. Just give me a holla. Holla holla. Okay, so star is next. Again, remember, where did it come from? We are actually trying to make healthy boundaries, and we're trying to get balance in our life, right? So balance between spiritual, emotional, which is our mind and our thinking process, and our body. So again, we are trying to get that balance, and it's coming. It's coming. Now, what's really interesting is when I started talking about this, okay, I didn't start out talking this way because there's some communication going on. Somebody's having a kerfuffle when we were talking in the beginning. But this is actually the year's card, the Hierophant. And again, he's trying to send somebody a message. Please listen to your intuition. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to show you. And this is actually 2021's card for the year, because a lot of people are going to be reaching to find more spirituality in themselves. They just don't know how to do it, or they don't know where to look, or they don't know who to turn to, that kind of a thing. All right. Let me see if there is anything else. But the Hierophant, again, it's all about highest spirit. Another thing, too, with the Hierophant, it's the number 5. It's unstable because a lot of people, and the reason why it's number 5 is a lot of people, they have to see to believe. I bet you if I sat with each and every one of you that I could find something that probably was not just coincidental, but you just were denying it or not paying attention to it. But the Hierophant is all about these two people down below. They're learning. They're learning, they're trying to grow, they're trying to figure things out. We will never, ever, ever know everything because there's so much. I mean, if you believe in dimensions and everything like that, oh my gosh, there's a whole, how about deja vu? What is deja vu? Deja vu, did I live another life? Did I live another dimension? Is that dimension parallel? There's so much that we really, really don't know. This little thing here can't comprehend, but we can comprehend that believing in the unseen a lot of the times of what happens is not coincidental. I can't pronounce that. Synchronicity. Whatever. All right. So let's see where we're going to go with this. Yes, the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Yes. 9 of Pentacles is all about bringing luxury. Again, we're back to money again. What is it that we want abundance in 2021? What is it that we're going to start to change to grow this abundance? Because it can happen, because we can manifest it. It's showed right next to the Magician. And the Magician is number 1. It's all about newness, freshness, something starting brand new. What is it you're going to start in 2021? What is it? It's great. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. If you listen, it's very beautiful. And the 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords. Again, that's the only sword that's popped up. But swords are all about the truth. Making sure that you're walking in your truth, your own perception, listening to others' perceptions, setting healthy boundaries, communicating. Along with communication, there should be the card listening, because listening is really part of the key of good communication. And the Fool. Something fresh, something new, something's going to start. Something is beginning for somebody. I don't know what it is. But you've got, I would say out of this whole reading, it has something to do with your future. You definitely have to listen to your future, a career. You have to really listen to what you're deciding to do financially, setting those good boundaries. Not only that, with communication. Somebody's got a lot of work this year, but this is good work because this is going to bring you to a higher level. Totally higher level, because these cards, and more balanced because these 3 cards are side by side. Intuition, Hierophant, and Star. All about balance, all about figuring things out, all about healthy boundaries, all about setting boundaries. Here's the hardest part for you guys. And I've been there, done that. I don't even share anything that I didn't walk in. I've gone through so much HE double toothpicks and also challenges and come out. But the thing is, the hardest thing is stick with it. Perseverance. That's the one thing that everybody comes to me and asks me about. How do you do it? How do you persevere? How do you have resilience? How do you do that? And they've done that to me for many, many years. And the only thing I can tell you is I listen to my intuition. I keep my faith in the unseen and the divine keeping me on my GPS. That's it. A lot of people, how do you perceive it? But about maybe it's in my DNA as well. I don't know. I just know that I am the queen of perseverance. So, especially if something new is starting for you guys, this is awesome. So don't be afraid to communicate all your things. These are the 3 cards that are going to be really key to you this week. And I would say in the most biggest thing to, if this kerfuffle is coming, this argument is coming, and it's going to create a burden, I would say here, stand your ground of what you believe in and what you are growing in. And as long as it's high integrity and truth, then you stand your ground. And this person here who is a burden, or if they are a burden in your life, this is probably a toxic person that needs to just sort of go away for a while. Doesn't mean they have to go away forever. When I was bodybuilding and at 215 pounds, they actually, my mom was the worst saboteur. I had to divorce her for a while. Yes, we did come back together, but she didn't believe I would do it. And I was on stage a year later at 136. And I was competing in bodybuilding. So you have to have people believing in you and being around you for this year to make this support system happen, to make these healthy boundaries happen. And, you know, too, I have my book out. I think my book is still out on the market on Amazon here and there. For help with that, you can look for that. It's called the New You Cookbook, but it's also a nutrition guide and a program kind of a thing. It's not a program. It's just like giving you helpful hips and stuff like that. However, the body is the last thing. You have to change your mindset first. So these are things that are going to come up for you. For your perception, when you guys are talking, please make sure that it is your perception, not theirs, and to understand their perception. Now, if you can understand their perception and understand your perception, that's when this is just golden. This is golden, because then you don't have to agree. You don't have to agree, but you'll understand where that other person was coming from. For example, I studied Black studies and African culture and traditions and stuff for one of my other degrees as a minor. And somebody had talked to me about being a little bit racist, and I didn't understand where theirs was coming from. Well, what I found out once I communicated a little bit more and got their perception a little bit more, where it was coming from is they were bullied from two African American girls. But once they're an adult, they're living that past and not bringing the future forward and changing their mindset, because that they're not that little girl anymore. And they're not, those two girls are not little girls anymore. And maybe they've grown up and changed too. So again, perceptions are huge. So communicate, get each other's perceptions, see where it comes from. And it makes the journey a lot more fun as well. So I'm going to say hello to you guys. Great topic. I'm in that place where it's, oh, great. Yes. You have to stay positive. Here's the thing about, and people say, well, there is no such thing as positive, negative. Well, there's yin and yang. There's positive, negative. People believe in that all over the place. But here's the thing with that is if you lift your vibrations up, it's not hard to stay positive. And people are like, well, I don't know how to do that. Well, if you lift your vibrations up, it's very easy. Whatever brings you joy, I will not say happiness, but whatever brings you joy, it lifts your vibrations up. And if it brings you happiness, it's going to come and go like a fart in the wind. It really will, because here's the thing. Joy is within. So if you go outside and you smell the fresh air, or maybe you love the smell of trees or flowers or whatever, and you smell that, you feel good inside. It's something that's not seen. A good memory. Maybe you went on a trip with something and you're remembering that, and oh, the feelings were really wonderful. It's not the trip and everything that happened. It was the feeling that you felt. That's joy. If it's happiness, you could buy a car, beautiful, beautiful car. It's my first new car. It's so beautiful and it's shiny and it's new. And then you get in an accident and it's gone. Well, then your happiness goes up and down like this. Happiness is external. Happiness is circumstantial. Joy is spirit. Joy is inside. Joy is a mindset that actually you can transform, and that will bring you a lot more. You know, I get sad. I don't get depressed. When I was living earth thinking, a lot of this is earth thinking. When you're talking about money and things like that, that's earth. That's going to go away someday. It's not what you do with your money. It's what brings you joy and with your money. And that's your careers. What kind of career would you like to bring you joy, internal joy, those kind of things. Happiness, we all have to have a job. It's not a career, but it's a job. And can we find some joy in the worst job ever? Yes, we can, but it's a mindset. It's a thing. So anyway, but that is pretty much it. But lifting your vibrations, even putting your feet out on the ground, sitting in a car alone just for a quiet moment to get rid of the noise. By the way, there's going to be a ton of distractions around the 1st of the year and then around the 21st. So those energies are really shifting, especially for Aquarius. We're moving that Aquarian energy more towards, and everything will start shifting around the 21st. We're in a birthing canal right now. If you're women out there, you know what I'm talking about. If you've had children, that baby is just starting to go down the birthing canal, and it's when you have the major contractions. It's very painful. We're going through that. We're stepping through from the pandemic. It's not done. Sorry, guys. I hate to tell you that. But 2021, we are not just going to magically, it's going to be gone when that clock strikes 12. What's going to happen? It's going to take time to shift. And this is what the planets are doing. It's going to take time to shift. So we're now in the beginning of the birthing canal. We've got to move through the birthing canal before that baby pops out and we have that beautiful reward and we forget all the pain. Because right now, if you watch the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction video, you'll see that we are making history. I'm not going to go into all that right now. If you want, you can go back and watch that. But we're making history right now. And if you look at that, you'll understand why. That in 50 to 100 years, people are going to be looking back, not only at this time, but we are going through a cultural revolution. Huge cultural revolution. So we have to find things that bring us joy, bring our vibrations up. All right. Find whatever it is that brings you joy, even if it's for 2 minutes. When you start feeling you're getting upset, irritated, because those are low vibrations, extremely low vibrations, and you're allowing those to come in, you just have to flip it and turn it around. You won't be able to turn it like a light switch. Some people can. I can, because I've done it for so many years. Even my daughter's like, how do you do that? It's just mindset. And that's my spirit as well. So, but those are things I teach in Get Balanced 2020 in all those coaching videos, and they're free if you ever want to watch them. So this is your reading. This has been a long one. I really apologize. This has been a really long reading, but if anybody has any questions, you're always welcome to ask. Let me know where you're from, say hello, and all that kind of thing. But also, too, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And again, at the very end, I'm just letting you know I am doing TikTok. Don't ask me why. I guess people wanted to see it. So, and I am doing the dailies. So to get the dailies, you want to probably subscribe, hit the bell, and that will tell you when those are on from Monday through Saturday. Again, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something resonated for you, and I hope you subscribe. All right, we will see you on the 4th. If I don't see you on the 29th, now remember that live, it's interaction. You can ask questions. You can come on and tell me where you're from. So that'll be about the full moon and also the New Year's energy. But if you want to have some fun, I will be on New Year's Day just to say hello and Happy New Year as well. So I hope I see you then, and I will talk to you later. Love you guys. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hello and giving me your thoughts. I love getting comments because it helps me grow my channel in the way that you guys want it, not the way that I want it. I'm just the conduit. All right. Take care, guys. Love you.